Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Welcome to another day. Whoop, there we go. Welcome to another game dev stream of the Punk Punks for the fighting game April Jam 2026. It's a mouthful. It's a mouthful. But yeah. It's been, what is it? It's day 17, if we're not counting the weekends, right? So we're in the second half, very deep into the second half of the game jam that's going to last throughout April. And luckily, not luckily, very, very sensibly, we are in a very good place when it comes to production. Check this out. So, if we see the production overview, we are doing very well. And the art is doing all the cleanup for Hip, which is the rabbit character. And also, Pencil is working on the roughs for, what is it? Yeah, the Frabo, the frog dude. And in the meantime, I've done my work with a lot of menus and stuff. Well, of course, Entropy has been working hard with the music. We have 2 tracks. I'm leaving it as doing in the meantime until they tell me that the tracks are done. But in the meantime, I'm just leaving it as doing. And code and design, this is what we are at. Yesterday we worked on these 2 special moves. I'm going to leave them at doing because once I have some sort of frames or rough frames, I can do a better job fine-tuning the animation and the mechanics of that special attack. I've done a pause screen and I was doing right now as of late an end battle screen, and I will do today gamepad mapping. I don't know if we're gonna need a versus screen and a settings. We're sure gonna need it. Versus, I don't know. Versus is like the screen that you have like before the fight actually starts, which is honestly a hidden load screen. The game already loaded the whole thing, so it's not like it needs a versus screen. It is cool. It looks cool. I don't know if we're gonna need it, honestly. But besides that, that's where we are at. So let me see where I have. This is like the big picture, and this is like my personal Trello as where things are going. I have my bug list, which is something that I will be probably tackling the second half of this week and the next week, which is the last week of the jam. And my idea is to get all of these as green as possible, like have nothing in the to-do list and just keep them on doing, those that are not finished, of course, and just focus on polishing, focus on getting, iron things out and improving the game being feature complete already, right? And the characters are going to be the 4 that I would mention. Jazz is not going to make it. Jazz is the little cat girl. Sorry, Andrea, we're not going to be able to have the cat girl finished by then. And yeah, Jazz. Here's Jazz. I don't think she's going to make it. Sorry, girl. But besides that, okay, so here's what I'm... Let's do a random. It's Frevo, and yeah. I shouldn't be able to do that. I need to improve this screen too. This screen is not good. I mean, it's functional, but it's not good. I'm just gonna lower. Hey, thank you for the follow. And I've added a couple of things now. You will notice it when the round is finished. I mentioned the pause screen, which is here. And some sounds. I don't know if you hear them. There's like a cymbal roll, as in cymbal from a drum kit, when you charge your jump, and when you fall on top of enemies. Oh, Beacon. Oh, ¿cómo andas? Sí, claro que me acuerdo. Claro que me acuerdo. Beacon, un colega uruguayo, a Uruguayan colleague. Cool, dude. Nice to see you here. Is it okay if I keep talking in English? No hay drama si sigo en inglés, porque tengo mucha gente que habla los 2 idiomas. O sea, tengo más gente que habla inglés que la que habla español, pero just give me a heads up. I mean, sure, word at GDC, so you kind of know your way around English, so it's fine. And but yeah, so I've been jumping around and doing nothing. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. And I'm gonna lower. Thank you. And what I want to show you is the end match menu. If I manage to get this sucker. I don't know if you're hearing, I just lowered the music a little bit, but it's a banger. Come on. Yeah. Damn. There we go. Check this. This looks cool. This looks cool. If you ask me, I think it looks pretty fucking cool. I'm gonna hide the cam so you can see the other option, which is like punk select. As in, it's character select, right? But I love the idea of like having this high contrast black and white image at the end of the match. Rematch is not working properly, but the other two are doing well. Hey, Sixto! How you doing? I was just showing the end match menu that brings it into a high contrast with the halftones. And just, I think it looks cool. I'm gonna keep it like that. I need to do some tweaking, like changing some values. We'll try it tonight. Thank you. That's cool. You have the link up there on chat. Otherwise, I'm just pushing around all my socials. And because, yeah, it's turning out pretty cool and I'm quite happy with it. So, I missed yesterday's stream. Oh, I'm sorry. So, hey, good one. What I'm going to do is show you what happened yesterday, which is mostly focused on this two, which is the other characters that we're working on. And it's Frevo has a particular special attack. I don't want to hit her just yet, but he has like a tongue, like a Yoshi tongue. And the idea is it can hit you on its way out, but then on the way back, it's not damaging, right? Oh, we can play it. Yeah, you actually have the link up there, like on the pinned on the chat. And so this is what he does. Of course, when I have the actual frames of animation, I can just overlap it more in a more polished way. But in the meantime, it's just this single frame, and it's cool. And Palm has like a Peach hover. You notice, like she hovers, and I can do like if I release it midway, I can then hover again. So it's a more of a held thing. The longer you hold it, the longer you keep doing this slow fall. Right? And the idea is that I'm gonna go back to main. I'm gonna go back either way. So the idea for Palm is that she has like this big cap. She's like a squid, and she has like big cap, and she's gonna hover down when you use the special attack, right? So if you remember, like the little panda girl, has like this projectile she shoots downwards, and then Hop has this like sidestep. I'm gonna show them. And so yeah, that's what I does. It's a projectile. It hits enemies on the way down and also gives you a little bit more of air time. And for Hip, you have like this whoop, air dodge, which he's very good at vertical, but not that good on horizontal movements. So it can help you out like with that. It's like wave dashing if you know anything about Smash Brothers. So it goes like blip and then blip, like quick dodge and quick repositioning. And it looks pretty cool actually. And but yeah, that's where their game is at right now. So in that sense, I was mentioning like it's feature complete, as in I'm not gonna be able to, no, I'm not going to add any more features. What I'm gonna do is like finish with the menus, finish with some other details that are needed for the jam. Like more specifically for the jam, is highly recommended to make it work with gamepads. So I'm gonna do that today. And here's like, there's always a web for this. So, oh, it's not detected. It's gone. So I'm gonna turn it on, back on. I'm gonna go, give me a minute. Come on, big boy. There we go. It's either this one or this one. so it has to pick it up. Have you ever configured a PS4 gamepad for your computer? It blinks. It's like it's trying to look for it. Yeah, there we go. You can see. There's always a web for this kind of thing. You don't need to like download a super specific program or whatever. No, it's there. It's fine. And now I gotta turn on the other one because I gotta do it for 2 players. Come on, big boy. There we go. And we're doing some blinking. And this just picked up faster. And this is like second player and first player. There we go. So what this is telling me is that my computer is picking up input from a gamepad, but I need it to be picked up by construct. So I'm gonna need the gamepad object. I already had it. Apparently I had foresight and I already had it. So I'm gonna go gamepad, EV gamepad, and on the basics one, I'm gonna include it so I make sure that this bad boy is everywhere. And gamepad, there we go. So what I'm gonna do is, I remember how a lot about like, okay, start. First on start delay, and then I'm gonna make a function as gamepad setup. Let's see if this makes sense. So it's function gamepad setup. What this should do is check if there's a gamepad. Okay, so has gamepads. Test if any gamepad is connected and active. A button may be needed to be pressed before a gamepad counts as active. Cool. And all right, I get this. So do I know if I have a gamepad? And what I'm gonna do about it is I'm gonna do some weird stuff. So it's like layer, angle. Give me a minute, you're gonna like this. Angle 45. So if it detects the gamepad, was this the first one? Yeah, this is one. Some weird stuff should happen. Where's the UI? Do I have on main UI? What's UI? I have nothing on UI, so I cannot tell if it's there. I'm gonna do something sillier. And I'm just gonna, it's not sillier, it's actually more elaborate, but I'm gonna do it anyway, which is, no, this. I'm gonna need my widgets, my plugins, icons, there we go. So I'm gonna need, this is very elaborate for what we're looking for, but at least I'm gonna try it anyway. Gamepad, give me a gamepad. Sure, I'm trying to get a generic one, but like oddly specific. I don't, it's just PS4, man. Just, you know what, PS4, screw you. Yeah, whatever. I'm just dwelling too much in this. 100 and 100. No, I need it to be 50, 50. There we go. And I'm gonna export this. And Sprite. I'm gonna get this bad boy, PS controller, and that's it. It's gonna be auxiliary gamepad icon. Why am I doing these? I just want it to flash. Could you quickly go over the tool set for the project? Sure. So what I'm using right now, what you see on screen is Construct 3. It's a game engine that is specifically made for web games, and I've been using it for like 10 years now, and it's definitely my weapon of choice when it comes to getting things done rather quickly and efficiently. And I know all the intricacies of it, so I kind of feel very comfortable using it, and I can get results real fast. This is a game jam that is going to last the rest of April, throughout April, and the game is it started from scratch on April 1st, actually March 31st, but for intents and purposes it's April 1st, and we're on what, April 22? Yeah, April 21st, and the game is looking like you've seen it on stream, right? So Construct works really well for me in that sense, right? So it's great for web. it's great for 2D, and it can export on Windows and Mac and whatnot, but it's mostly focused on web games. Mostly because my professional experience is in web games. And then what I'm using when it comes to art and all that stuff, I'm not doing the art, at least not the character side of the art or some of the backgrounds. Those are other members of the team. It's Funky Space Alien, which is the lead art director, giving this whole Jet Set Radio kind of vibe for the graphics. And then there's Pencil Wing, who we've worked together for years now at the studio. Pencil has been the father of El Poderoso, which is like the main bear in Versus, and he's been involved in a lot of the fighting games we've done together, a lot of the games we've done for Pokey, and he's like a business associate for the studio. It's like he's a partner, and then when it comes to the UI and other stuff, I use a lot of Figma. This is Figma. You can see that actually it works sort of like a mind map and just making quick graphics and stuff. It's great for this. I honestly love it. And the halftone was done here too. And I use a lot of Flash, like Adobe Flash. Let me get that for you. Yeah, so this is like Adobe Flash. The logo was made in Adobe Flash. I do this a lot. I'm calling it Flash. That's how you know I'm old. And the fact that I've been using it for ages now. So yeah, in that sense, coding is in Construct, and other details are in Adobe Flash and Figma on my end. And then on the end of the artist, they're using other tools. I believe Pencil is still using Flash because we know our pipeline works kind of like that. But Funky is using another program. I don't remember which one. And it's not it's not Clip Studio. It's something else. I don't remember right now. And then there's Entropy, the musician, and I don't know what tools they're using, but the bangers are bangers. So I guess it's all good, right? Hey, hey Satori, how you doing? And thank you for joining. So that's kind of like the stack, if you will. And going back to what I wanted to do, I just want this icon to pop up, create object, gamepad, on the UI layer, which means it's going to be on top of everything. On the viewport bottom, no, it's viewport left, there we go, of UI plus, screw it, 100, viewport bottom, there we go, UI minus 100, and that's it. So I don't know what's gonna happen, and yeah, they're still here, but it's not picking it up immediately. I'm gonna try something stupid, just like, it's not gonna be every tick. I'm gonna try with every 1 second, and then gamepad setup. So what I'm trying to do is, if it has a gamepad, there we go, it's there. So it needs a button push to know if it's there. It cannot auto detect like without that input. So I cannot do a has gamepad thing. I can do this like, I think this is a good solution for now. Just check every second if there's a gamepad. It's silly, sounds silly, but I think we're gonna go with this in the meantime. So if it has a gamepad, it's gonna show the icon and that's it. I just love versus the computer. What? I just lose versus the computer. You really do? Oh wow. I'm sorry, that sounded condescending, but no, it's the computer is right now just doing random inputs. I get it because there's like, I mean, I've been working on this game for the whole month, so I kind of know how the computer will react, which is like, try doing this, like position yourself with short hops around the screen, and whenever you want to commit to a jump, then go for that. But try to reposition yourself with short hops. That's kind of like a good way to just move around. It's gonna go back. But yeah, I'm bad at gaming type Smash Bros. Games. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's part of the tension of the game design that you do not have free movement. So you have this tension between, should I make a quick jump to reposition myself, or should I commit to making a longer jump, a bigger jump in that sense, and being a sitting duck while I do that. You know, it was so funny because I fell on the computer, just jumped while I was falling. It was such fun. That's cool. Yeah, I there's some interactions that I still need to polish. I have them as bugs on my end, but yeah. So I'm gonna keep this icon so I know if it's detecting the oops. There we go. If it's properly detecting the gamepads. And then I'm gonna try working around the input, right? So, there you go. See? And it's gonna show up on the corner. You folks are gonna see it like on this side of the game screen. Like, oof, it's hard doing the mirror move. There we go. Like that way. And you can see my mouse. It's like here. Greatest feature ever on Mac. You just shake your mouse and it shows it's like it grows. It's like, hey, I'm right here, sucker. And that's a great feature. I'm sorry. It's like super simple, but it's super useful. So that icon is gonna be with. Whoa, wow, that's new. I shouldn't be doing this now that I see. It's gonna be if it has gamepads and aux game. No. I'm going real ham on something that it's just a placeholder for me to know if there's a gamepad. So it's gonna be on the game. What is it? No, it's gonna be. I'm gonna make it even easier. It's like gonna be aux game destroy. That's it. You're gonna destroy and start, and then you're gonna check if you have it, and that's it. That's nothing more. I might be creating a gazillion of this. Now that I think about it, it's probably gonna happen like that. So it's boop. Gamepad, and that number is gonna keep on going. This is gonna be a memory leak. There you go. This is a memory leak waiting to happen. So it's doing its job. Is I know I have a gamepad. A second has passed. I'm gonna create another icon, and that's why it's looking so. There you go. Oh man, making games is hard, man. So and just I'm gonna overcomplicate this thing, but who cares? No. Compared to values, which is aux gamepad icon count. If you don't have a gamepad icon, then draw one, and that's it. So there you go. It's not moving, of course, because I haven't made anything with the input yet, but it's there. And it's gonna keep on showing all the time. It means it's being detected, which is cool. All right, I got this. I got this. All right. So, I see you're lurking, Crimson. How you doing? How's your game coming along? Okay, I got this. This is gonna be a boolean, and it's gonna be input has gamepad, and it's gonna be a boolean. There we go. And if I do boolean as gamepad true. Good, I've been learning 3D animation in Blender to assist him with character roughs. Oh, cool. Well, wow, that's a crash course. I'm kind of scared to do in such a short time frame. Do you have any experience with 3D? I mean, I know I don't, so it's gonna be like super weird for me in that sense. If it doesn't have gamepads, then you go into false. Default is false. And in case you drop the gamepad, I just need to use this. Now, I'm gonna group this, and it's gonna be gamepad setup. I'm gonna all this. I'm gonna set it here, and then I'm gonna go into gamepad input. So, and gamepad. Now I have two icons that are gonna confuse me forever. So fine. Hey, what the? Trigger when a gamepad device is connected to a computer. Oh, this is better. I'm gonna have this. And when it's disconnected, trigger when a gamepad device is disconnected. I shouldn't. No. This is gonna be a two-step thing. I'm not gonna do it right now. Why am I not making the action the trigger of disconnected? Because I haven't. If I have two players, it means. And now that I see this, I'm gonna need some details. I'm gonna need to be like input P1 gamepad. Sorry, P2, and it's input P1 gamepad. I'm gonna go with this for now. I need to understand the details of how it makes a difference between player 1 and player 2, as in what inputs are considered for player 1 and player 2. I know it does. I've done it before, but it's not that frequently that I've done this. Because again, I'm more used to making web games, and web games do not necessarily have to support gamepads, so it's not a thing. All right, so gamepad. On button pressed. See, this is the index. This one defines the player. This is cool. Gamepad 0 button. I cannot define which one. Oh, it's a. What's ABX and what's A? So I'm just gonna go with left. Just gonna go right and left with the digital first. Let's go with this. And this is what? Input. It's on pressed. So it's input, right, press for player, gamepad. D-pad. D-pad right play. It's player 1. I'm gonna have to do it for everyone. D-pad left. And it's gonna be right, left, press. Left. No, nav? No, it's input, left, press. So now that I think about it, I'm gonna need the nav. I don't know if this is gonna work, but let's go. Put nav left. There we go. And this, I mean, I don't need the Boolean for input gamepad now that I'm thinking about it, but let's just go with this. So it's like, yeah. I'm using the D-pad, right? Have a small amount of 3D modeling experience prior, but animation is a whole different beast. Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, totally. Wait, was your game the one with the low poly character that was being modeled on the Discord? No, I get that wrong, right? Somebody else's. And yeah. Sorry, I'm just thinking about the inputs. I just give me a minute. So yeah, back. My team is making Beast Cut. Beast Cut What was it? It's not the one with the memes, no. Was it? No. The one with the dog with the chainsword and pump. Whoa, that's a good one. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Oh man, I really want to see more about that game. So on button index pressed. This is what I'm gonna need. This is gonna be better because I have the button index right here. See, I can do this. It says, you notice that it says 0, 1, whatever, B, blah, blah, blah. Check it. Kids, test your circularity. This is an actual PlayStation 4 controller, and it already has like an average error of 8, whatever, 8 point something. This one is almost 7. There. The longer you go, the longer it will become, the bigger the error will become. So if you have like those Temu gamepads, you're gonna notice that diagonals are like stupidly offset. You're gonna have like a square if you instead of a circle. But yeah, we don't care about this in this game actually, so that's cool. We don't. In general, it doesn't affect you that much unless it's like super precise. But yeah, sorry, I need to know what this is. And so what are we going to do for accept? Accept is going to be the X, right? The one that I'm triggering. Yeah, X. And X is button 0. So in that sense, I'm going to be input. Oh, input nav. Okay. Player 1. And cancel, like everything, it's a circle on PlayStation, right? So it's cross and circle. Circle is going to be 1. If it makes sense, the index is 1, the navigation will be cancel. Where's cancel? Navigation cancel for player 1. And this should do, let's see. It worked? Yeah, it's working. Yep, so it's working. And I'm gonna do a little comment, which is like player 1. And this is gonna be like button X on PS4. Circle on PS4. The other two, I don't care. Do I want them to be, do I want like circle to be right on, I need to do the holds though. So I'm gonna do back is button down, D-pad right for gamepad 0, yes. And I don't need this, I need it to be on hold, right hold, player 1. I don't need the navigation, and I need this to be is button down, D-pad left, and I'm gonna need it to be left hold left. There we go. That's a good thing about decoupling the input device with the input actions. This makes it much easier because you can just map things the way I'm doing it right now. So I'm also gonna need on release. That's gonna be like released on button released D-pad right, and I'm gonna do back release right release. There we go. And the same thing is gonna happen to D-pad left. I'm gonna need a release on left. There we go. So I'm gonna need this on X. Circle is gonna work. This is gonna work as a special too for now. Input special press for player 1. It's X, right? It's X. There we go. And I'm gonna need hold. I don't have a hold. I need a release. On button index released. All right. I don't need this, but I'm gonna need a release for special. Special release. There we go. On player 1. Circle. I'm gonna need to simulate an input press of right. And I'm gonna need to do the whole shebang, which is button is down. No, sorry. Button index is down. Yes, this makes sense. And I'm gonna need to do a hold, a right hold. There we go. Right hold. I'm gonna copy this because I'm gonna do the release. Release. No, sorry. And on button index released. When you release, you get a nav right release. No, it's right. Sorry. Right release. There we go. So the way I'm doing it is for your. I'm just gonna use this as a diagram so you can get it. Can I zoom? There we go. I'm blocking the whole thing. So then I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna reset. So can you see all the buttons? Yeah, there we go. The way I'm seeing it is it's gonna pop up on the screen. So it's like X, circle, triangle, square on the PS4, right? So what I'm gonna do is the same thing with the D-pad, like forward, back, like left, right, whatever. Down for the special. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna map them on the face buttons too. So it's gonna be like you can charge with this to the right. You can charge with this to the left. You can do the special with this, right? And I'm also gonna do the triggers, all 4 triggers. So all of these are gonna work as a charge, like an input right, and this is gonna work as an input left, right? And these are gonna be more navigational. I don't think I'm gonna use them for jumping. But just this one. This one I'm not gonna use. It's like there's no camera here. And this, it's not registered. Yeah, this I'm gonna use for pause, which is the options menu, the option button on the PS4. Like the whole mouse pad, I'm not gonna use it. I'm not gonna use the share button either. But yeah, I'm gonna map them like this. What would be ideal is to just let players map them the way they want to. I don't think I'm going to have the time to do that, or it's not going to be worth the time to do that for the jam. Probably going to do it eventually if we keep on working with the game, but at least not now. I don't think I'm going to do it. So yeah. And all right, so if I have the circle, so with this right now, I should be able to start a match. Let's do a versus CPU. Yeah, so I'm gonna play as this. I'm gonna let the computer be this. And it's gonna be here. Let's see if it works. Something is happening. I don't know what it is. It's a good bug, I think. Why? It's so weird. That's so weird. Walked right into it. Wow. Let's see. Yeah, keyboard is doing well. What is happening? Input right release, input left release. Hold is holding. What is going on? I'm gonna check it. So if it's on release, what is going on? So you get the jump, but what? It should jump. What is going on? Now I have doubts. So if I go right and it's down, and then I release, it should work. Huh. Oh, this is weird. Input, right, release. Why is it doing that? Damn. The state is right. It's like it's charging, right? I'm gonna debug this. Wow. Wow. So give me a minute. I'm gonna pause. I need an actor. Okay, so it's gonna be making the input call. It's left. Why is it jumping straight upwards? So so weird. What's the state? Give me your state. No, here. Give me your state. State is idle. State is charge. Changes to idle? Why? Why is it changing to idle? What makes it change to idle? Huh. State machine shenanigans. Let's go. State idle? So what are the reasons we are being turned? On start of layout, we are idle. Cool. On landed, we're idle. Cool. If we're on floor, I mean, this is good, but let's see if this is making the problem. This is supposed to be a hack, as you can notice on screen. And it's gonna be... Oh my god, it was that? Shoot. Oh, I see. Then I'm gonna get this bug all the time, and I want it. Okay, now I know why it's happening. But platforms are on the floor. Why is it on gameplay? Why is it having problems though? I'm having trouble. See, I have all of that, right? So gameplay does this. Goes through player, goes through basics, which means it goes through... Give me a minute. Set state idle. So this is something that a lot of the times has been a bit of a headache for us. That you kind of know the order of the scripting, but you don't really know the order of the scripting. And so depending on what order this is being triggered, you're gonna have this kind of things happening. So We know it's here. Like, this is the problem. This is where it's happening. The choke point, if you will. So where's this squash and stretch? No, the state changed. So change to jump. I'm gonna try something. Give me a minute. This is not necessarily a good idea, but let's see. It's still happening. Weird. So this failsafe, I need to have it when it comes to wave dash. If you're on the floor and your state is this, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna add something else. I don't know if it's gonna work, but fam actors, no. Wait a minute. Compare. Can I compare the vectors vector? Can I compare it? No, I cannot compare vectors this way. I can only compare two values like this. Check it out. So it's fam actors platform vector y if it's greater than or equal. It's greater. It's greater than 0. Will it work? I don't know. What I'm trying to do is I'm gonna first try it with a keyboard. Oh. I don't get the wave dashing, which is the whole reason I'm doing this. Okay, I don't get the wave dashing. I get the right jumping. Alright, we are so back, baby. Wave dashing is not happening. Ah! You saw that. You all saw that. Ew, there we go. That's wave dashing. I don't want that. It's happening. Oh, I remember something from here. I remember something. Wait. If I make it jump high enough, there's gotta be a clamp. Where is it? Where's the jumping? New state is jump. Player squash and stretch. Cool. New state is jump. Come on. Set state jump. So where is this? Sure. Jump strength. There we go. Yes, here it is. I had this in mind. I already wrote it down. Jump strength to jump charge. Charge frames. Minimal. I'm gonna do a little cheating. Set value. Jump charge. Basic jump charge is gonna be self jump charge. Let's go with 5. And maximum is, I don't know, sure, whatever. here. I make a quick correction that will make 5 the minimum charge. This has varying implications depending on the character. But what it does, there's the wave dash. There's the wave dash. I hate that. Hey, I'm trying to work here. So it's not gonna happen. You notice that it didn't happen on hip, right? Let me try something. There's a minimum jump that avoids this. Avoids this problem. That's how I'm gonna put it. So let me. There we go. So the relation between like 5 and 10. Okay. So that's a quarter. What is the relationship between... What's the relationship between 5 and 30? Yeah. I'm going to try something weird. Give me a minute. So jump charge is not going to be 5. It's going to be self... what is it? Max charge frames, which is what it picks up from the JSON, and it's going to be the 20% of its jump, of its charge actually. It's super abstract if you haven't been following the game, but what I want to avoid is that you have a minimum jump. Whoop, hello. Oh, it's the CPU, god damn it. And I can still get that. Hip is doing fine. 0.25. I'm trying to find the sweet spot. I'm not saying it's good, but I'm trying to find it. I mean, come on. To have the minimum jump. I mean, this is an edge case. This is somebody like trying on purpose to mess with the game. Yeah, there you go. Still having that problem. Wait, that's too mellow in the background. What if it's 0.3? I'm gonna be here all day, folks. Going with the dog with the chainsaw, yeah. Saw that. Give me a minute. If you want to be a bad sport, you can be a bad sport about this. Okay, so I'm gonna hack. Where is it? Quick tapping. Okay, it doesn't happen. And the problem is, it doesn't let me do the right thing with the gamepad. So, this is relatively easily solved with a bad idea. This is an edge case fixing. There's a better solution for the jumping. So I'm already changing the y vector, so I don't know why it's giving me so much of a headache. Y vector, where are you, baby? Give it to me. Jump, right, whatever. Let's go. Oof. There. The jump, and I simulate the jump, and I'm gonna go hard on something else, which is set vector y. Just a silly little tweak that shouldn't bother that much, but I'm still gonna do it. I don't know if it's gonna affect how bad it's gonna affect everything, but I want to do is like force a minimal vector. There, it's good. What? Why is it faster? Okay. We have something here. I can do left. I cannot do right for whatever reason. Oh, I get it. Hello. There you go. Was it left? Left was a problem. Right is not a problem. Left was a problem. And I'm not doing the minimal. Right. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. I can quick tap on one end but not on the other? This is interesting. Clamp. Max. Oh, I'm correcting here, but I'm not correcting here. Surprise, surprise. So what if I do this? And if it's 2? Because it wasn't bad. It is not bad. I was already considering it. Like, have some semblance of minimal jumps. I can't wave dash, which is what we were all looking for. I'm gonna fuck up my keyboard. What? Okay. Weird things are happening. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep this because it still annoys me to no end for whatever reason. Oof. Yes. It's working. Got squishy. Ah! There you go. Okay, I'm playing with the gamepad now, and it's working as intended. I can have like short hops. Oof. There you go. Check out the end match screen. Oh, I'm not using. Okay. It's only working on the default screen. Like, wait. It's only works. The cool effect only works here. Let me show you what the cool effect is. So fighting with the gamepad feels good. Feels really good actually. Do you hear the twangs when they jump? You have like these little twangs. Oh, bad idea. I need to do something about that. It's like spawn on the opposite end of the screen. Oof! Got hit. Oh, it's a show off. It's a showdown, not a show off. Woof! Oh my god, that was close. Hey, get screwed. And now you're gonna see the end screen that I was talking about. That's cool. You gotta know. You gotta admit that's cool. That looks cool. Entropy, this is not your beat. I know. I just picked up a beat from Pixabay. I don't know if you're listening. Entropy. But still, I'm using it like a little beat to have in the background when the player picks what to do next. So Gamepad is looking fine. I still need to do some things like add more inputs, but it's cool. It's cool. We created this whole thing. It's like, I'm gonna make a comment here. It's gonna be a hack. And hashtag hack. This vector move avoids the other hack that avoids the wave dashing from speed tapping. It's not elegant, but it's how we do things. Because nothing says game development like making a lot of hacks and to-dos and stuff within your code. What's cool about Construct is, as you might have noticed, I colored my comments. And I color code them in that sense. Like, purple is a hack, yellow is a to-do list. Like, not a list, like a to-do. Like, look at here, you're gonna need to check this out eventually. And I just go like, yeah. All right, so what else? I'm gonna keep working on the input. There we go, Gamepad. Nice. And the D-pad, sure. I'm gonna need directions. D-pad, just gonna call it D-pad. This is gonna be D-pad. Player one. Yeah, whatever, play one. There we go. And I'm gonna make it like colors. I'm gonna change the background colors. And I know the color of the player one because it's kind of like I've defined it a long time ago. So let's go like this. And colors, I'm gonna change the text color to white. So now I know it's like player one, and player two is gonna be blue because again it's color coded. And what I need is the up and down. So it's left, right, left press and release. I have it twice. Why do I have it twice? Oh, I was gonna do the other one. So it's like when D-pad up is pressed, actually, on bottom pressed, I'm gonna do a input nav up, player one. When I do a D-pad down, I'm gonna do a navigation down, input navigation down. Where are you? Navigation down. And I'm also doing a special press, which means I need the release. When it's on released, D-pad down. I don't need this. I do need the special release. There we go. So I was saying it's like the main buttons, like right button on the D-pad and on the face buttons is gonna work like a right input. Left D-pad and the left button on the face buttons are gonna work like a left input, right? And then I gotta do the triggers. And but yeah, this is gonna work on at first. Circle is gonna do this. Then I'm gonna need south face button. Circle and P is true. East face button. It's counterintuitive to call them like this, but it's more generic than up, down, whatever face button. I'm just gonna call them with the cardinal points. I don't need triangle. I do need square on PS4. West face button. Let me read that chat. Give me a minute. Oh man, just another bot. Yeah. This. I'm gonna do this. So what is square? B2. There we go. So button 2. So what this attempts to do is to be generic. So an Xbox controller should work the same, and a generic controller should work the same. This is no way being mapped for a fight stick or a, what is it, a hitbox or whatever. This is for gamepads, and that's what was requested, if you will, on the Game Jam instructions, right? So, input navigation cancel? No. I need the input right? No. The west is, I need to do, I don't need the cancel, I need the left. Left. I need a left press. Yes. Oh, it's not the navigation right. I need the right. Or is it like just right? Right press. That's it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I need the left hold. Woof. Hold. And I need the left release. Release. There we go. That's a square. Triangle on PS4, north face button. And I'm gonna do like a little not used in the game so far. Just for having it up, just acknowledging that it exists and just not doing anything about it. Triangle on PS4. And then we're gonna go with the triggers. No, let's go with the analog sticks. And the analog stick one single. I'm not gonna do all of them. Analog left analog stick. Right analog stick. And then copying the same things like not used in the game so far. So here, I'm gonna need a gamepad, compare axis. It's the left analog stick, and it's greater than, what are the values? I believe it's like, it runs on local variable. It's a dead zone. Analog stick dead zone. I'm gonna call it 30. I believe it's 0 to 100, so that's why I'm doing this. Analog dead zone. So gamepad left analog stick is greater than this. It means it's gonna do a right. Oh, this is gonna be a thing. I'm gonna need to be careful in this one. I'm not gonna tackle it right now. So the thing is, I do not have a release. Do I have a release? See, it's yeah, ranges between -100 and 100. Okay. Um, the way I see it is I need a way to track. I can track it. I have the actor thing. Family actor is already tracking on the input poll. So I'm probably going to do that, but I don't have that. Oh, I know. Let's see. Like ones. Trigger ones while true. Input function. Function, baby. Oof, functions. Input right. On press. Player one. After that, yeah, okay, I think I got it. Function input right hold on player one. This is gonna happen once, and the same thing is gonna happen with the navigation. Input nav right on player one. This one's gonna be harder. Trigger once, and I'm gonna try to do release. Input right release player one. And no, and no. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I can only go forward. Okay. Okay, it's working. It's working. It's working. I'm cool. It's working. It's working with the analog right. I haven't done the analog left, but it's working. I thought it was gonna be more complicated, but trigger once is a friend in Construct. What it does is something that is actually being surveyed continuously. Like this is gonna check every frame if that is happening. The trigger is going to happen once, and then it's not going to go back because the trigger happened on a specific frame. And this kind of makes a continuous, yeah, let's go with that. A continuous condition be triggered once. And this is going to work for our fake input, like the fake press, just the press. And then it's going to work as a hold. And we're going to do exactly the same thing for right. If it's less than minus dead zone, but if it's greater than minus that zone, and I'm going to do this input right, input left release. And I'm gonna like left hold. There we go. There we go. Nav left. There we go. Input back. It's gonna be left press 1. If everything works, I can use the analog stick. Yes. I'm using the analog stick. And it doesn't keep on moving if I hold it. I'm not interested on that. I'm not interested in that, so. Let's see if the jumps work properly. Yeah, yeah. This is feeling really good. It's actually feeling really good. I didn't think it would feel that good on gamepad, but it's actually feeling really good. It almost feels like you're slingshotting your way with the gamepad, like with the analog stick, I'm sorry. And it's almost counterintuitive though, because you're pointing the analog stick towards where you want to go instead of the opposite direction. It's like, if you're thinking it as a slingshot, you're doing the opposite action, but it's more intuitive like this, because it's like, I am holding right, so I should jump right. Computer is beating my ass. Oof, that was close. There you go. Die. I have the special. I'm not gonna put the special on down in the analog stick. Hey, that should have hit. Yeah, I'm having trouble with that because the same thing happens with Frevo's special. I have a bug if I finish the match with a special, so I'm just gonna try and step on this buffoon. Death. She wins. Those are not spikes. The one on the bottom. Those are actually like a trigger sound for them to respawn up there to do the wrapping effect. I should make that invisible. What I mean by that, like, you see this here? This is the trigger zone. I'm just gonna call it like call wrapping area. This is what the effect it does, is wraps you around and initially visible. I know, so that way it doesn't show up. All right. Okay, so now I do the triggers. Gamepad, and once I got this, I'll just copy paste it to the second player, right? It feels so weird. Can I do it with a 4? I will do it with a 4, as in going through the indexes of a for loop would be very smart if the game eventually becomes a 4-player game. That is not going to be the case right now, but I'm going to write it as a comment. No, instead, this is going to make it a to-do. Just hashtag to-do. For more scalable solution, try using a for loop where the gamepad index and player values vary in the loop. That way you don't need to copy paste the whole set again. I'm not gonna do it. It's tempting. It's tempting. I'm probably gonna do it. I hate it. I'm gonna do it. But yeah, I'm gonna do it. Fuck, it's the same thing. It's, if I'm gonna change something all the time, it's just might as well do it generic. God damn it. This is all your fault. Big lie. Just thank you for rubber ducking for me. That way I can make better code. Even though I kind of hate to do it. So the index is 0 and I'm going to need maximum players. I'm not going to have 3 players. I'm going to delete this because it's going to happen. And I'm going to have a local variable which is going to be max players. And for now it's going to be 2. So it's like max players minus 1. Max players minus 1. Players. And the way it's going to work is, I don't need this, I need this. Hopefully this works. And if you understand what I'm going with, is gamepad loop index plus 1, loop index plus 1. And I'm gonna be here a while, so it's gonna be like loop index. I'm gonna copy loop index because I'm gonna be pasting this a lot. Loop index plus 1, loop index index plus 1. I don't have a find replace, if you're asking for that. No, minus what the? No, plus 1. Plus 1. Loop index plus 1. So, in order for me not to go insane with all this in case it doesn't work, I'm just gonna try with the D-pad first, if it makes sense. Come on, give me this. Paste one. Loop index, blah blah blah. Okay, so if this works, it's working. And player 2, oh, it's off. And come on. Yeah, you're off. So I gotta turn you on. There you go. And you should be on. There we go. Ah, it worked! Yes! Yes! Good ideas, folks. You're good rubber ducks, even though you haven't chat that much today. It's fine, I get it. Loop index. Loop index plus 1. Loop index plus 1. Yeah. Loop index plus 1. Should have been better to just call player 1 as a 0 index. But here we are, dealing with the consequences of our actions. Okay, so yeah, left hold, there we go. Come on. I'm probably gonna miss one without noticing it, and it's gonna be hilarious when something fails miserably. There we go. So it's gonna be player plus 1, player plus 1. Oh look, I did the whole thing for all kinds of players. If I ever have 4 players, this is just changing the number of max players. This is a good idea. I don't know if it's gonna work for keyboard, but it's definitely a more scalable. This is definitely a scalable solution. This solution scales better. Just scales better. And now we go for the triggers, right? So triangle now. It's like R1 triggers. I'm just gonna call them like that. R1, R2, L1, L2. That's it. And the gamepad. Look, hello. No, I didn't want to grip. So it's gamepad. On button pressed. Do I need the release? Yeah, I'm gonna need the whole package. Button index. It's gonna be just like this. What is the index of? Are we doing left? We're doing left. Okay. So what is this? It's button 6, 4, and 6. Ooh, the thunk, man. So it's 4. It's 4. And it's 4. This is L1. Is it L1? How do you call it? No, that's L2. Give me a minute. Okay, got on now. Audio. Got a message. I'm gonna be right back, like in 2 minutes. Give me a minute. All right, we're going back. No, it's this. There we go. This one. Hey, so yeah, I took a little break, got me some coffee. What is it, Vicken? I tried it. A couple of ideas. Die when falling off screen. A way to fake a jump, like in crouching but canceling the jump in order to bait the opponent. Yeah, the second one, I like it. The first one, no. And it's mostly because the game is very much forcing you to always have the higher ground. And if you're on the bottom of the screen, you're kind of fucked. And the idea is to have a good, fast way to wrap around yourself on the screen and positioning. This idea was taken from Towerfall, actually. Towerfall does the same thing, and I think it helps a lot when it comes to letting players have more positioning to position themselves really fast within the map, and it's a solution to avoid those like getting cornered, if you will. You can still get cornered in some other ways, right? But the friction of the fight shouldn't be because you cornered yourself at the bottom of the screen. And the only way to get out is just to take a hit by falling off screen and dying. No, it is like, hey, maybe if I go down, I can spawn back from top and reposition myself in a more efficient way and maybe try to get a hit while somebody that believes to be on the higher ground is not thinking about it. It happens to you a couple of times and you get a couple of kills like that. And then you understand that you're not necessarily safe on either position and that you have to keep on moving, which is also something that, at least what I'm trying to do design wise, is try to keep you moving and not staying still. The fake out is a good idea. There are ways to make the fake out. Like, you can hold both buttons at the same time, and the character will only jump with the last released one. At least with the keyboard right now. I don't know if this is happening on Gamepad right now because I'm still trying to implement it. But you can kind of do a fake. I'm gonna try to show you this. You don't fake out, as in you cannot cancel a jump, but you can just fake it as you were charging really fast, and you can make a short jump to the side. No, it's not. No, you can. Now that I think about it, you can, because you can change sides, which is also something that you're not telling the player. But it's also part of the commitments. Like, I have both keys right now down. I'm gonna release. I released the right button, and I'm still fully charged on left. Yeah, you cannot do like a short hop like this. And like, if you're already fully charged, you're kind of committed to the bit, and it's on you to either go left or right with a full force. And there is something there. I don't know how to implement it just yet, but so it feels intuitive, but there is something there. I've thought about it too, but I don't know just yet if it's what I'm looking for. This is an L2, and I'm gonna do the same thing for L1, which was a button 6 if I'm not mistaken, and 6 and 6. So let's try that. I should let the player pick the opponent. Oh! Something's wrong with the analog stick. Okay, the analog stick didn't work as intended. I'm gonna look it up. Okay. Have you tried with faster movements overall? Yeah, this is actually like faster, but the idea is to do feel like you're kind of limited. I can make it faster either way. It's like no problem. It's you haven't seen it, but the game stats are this spreadsheet. It exports a JSON file that the game then reads. So I can just change the number of frames you're charging your maximum jump, These are your jump strength, your gravities, your fall speeds, whatever. And when you use a special, you can change those stats. You have other parameters for that. It's very. These are the knobs, and the idea is to try different positions of these knobs to see how the game feels overall. We can try with a faster option for sure, and that would not be a problem. So let me get back to this. So this is working. Yeah. This is working and this is working. Analog stick. Analog sticks are not working anymore. Maybe I'm having trouble here. What is going on? So the analog sticks are not working with the 4 idea. I honestly don't know why. It's a 4. It's a 4 loop. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm gonna address it later, but might need to be like case by case. Interesting. It's just a common practice to have game mechanic knob stats in a spreadsheet. At least for us. For us it is. It's not the first time that I've used this. And it's, I mean, you do have parameters in your game and whatever. It's like very common thing. The way to use it as a spreadsheet is depends on whatever the team wants to do. In our case, the reason we do this is it's the most leveled, as in skill level, across the whole team to understand what's happening by changing these values. Because you don't need to go deep into the code. Like, you don't need to go in here to do that. And you don't even need to understand, this is the resulting data, right? This is a JSON. You don't need to go, exactly, that is exactly why I'm doing it. It's like it's useful for balancing and testing configuration. Exactly why it does this. And the idea is, this is the result, this is the JSON file, which is a pseudo-readable thing by humans. You get this file. If you say beautify, it makes more sense. You can see the nested values in there, but for all intents and purposes, what you try to do is have this here so the largest amount of members of the team understand what the parameters do and what values are currently being used. Then you copy what's here, which is the like copy paste. This is, nothing's going to change because it's the same values we used to have. And what he's doing is like JSONify. This is just another sheet within another tab within the sheet that formats it in a JSON way. I don't know if it made myself clear, right? But all the data of the characters is supposed to be in this spreadsheet. And if you want to change something, we just change it here. If you know what you're doing, you can change it manually here. Just knock yourself out. And what's good about this also is once you make a build of the game, this file is, you can open it, you can edit it, you can make an edit, and then the game will absorb those changes because it's picking up from that new file that you did. And meaning that anybody on the team can change these values on the JSON file within the folders of the game, of the exported build, and have the game play differently, right? And it's exactly why we're using this. It's useful for balancing and testing configurations and whatnot, and it makes it mod friendly eventually, right? Nice, BK. That's a tip. Exactly. It's a, yeah. We've been doing this for ages, and for the projects that we did back at the studio, like, this is a very simple sheet and a JSON. Other games have way more complex spreadsheets, and but again, the idea is to present information in a human readable possibility, and then format that in a computer friendly format. I'm gonna get back to this, the gamepad thing. For whatever reason, this is not working with the 4 idea. I honestly don't know why. I'm gonna try something. You notice? Do you see that? I like a double movement. I'm using the analog stick right now to test things. Release is not working for whatever reason. Huh. So the trigger ones are not, the trigger ones are having trouble. I'm gonna probably have to take out the analog sticks and make them case by case. Which is sad because it was a good idea. So I'm just gonna go take this whole mess and I'm just gonna put it here. And see if it works then. Yeah, this is working. Player 2 does not exist. Will not react to analog sticks because it doesn't have any input. All right, there we go. Yeah. So yeah, so I'm probably gonna do the analog stick input outside of the for loop. Hello, boop, boop. No, crap. It's hard to chase this bad boy. Oops. Yeah. Get fucked. There we go. Oof, that was a bad idea. Right under the spawn point. Come on, give me something. Yeah, wow. Yeah. Oof, bad idea. There you go. I just did the little heart thing. Oof. No, no, no. Oof. Hit wins. Fair and square. Fair and square. Fair and square. We'll make like a second version, like faster version, because I'm intrigued about that. I don't know what makes it faster, but I'm intrigued. I'm gonna try something. Yeah, whatever. Let's go. And I'm gonna do like player 1. All right, I'm gonna do player 2. I'm gonna give you the background color to a more bluish version because those are the colors for player 1 and player 2. There we go. Not loop index. It should be 0. Why was it working then? Loop index was 0. I get it. So 1, 1, 1. 0. I need to open all of these. All of these. There you go. Player 1. Loop index 0. Player 1. 1. 1. Loop index 0. 1. Come on, come on. All right. And now it's the index 1 and player 2. Player 2. 2. No, here. Index 1. Player 2. Player 2. index 1. Oh, no. No, this is actually, we're back to the real thing here. Okay, there we go. Scalable multi-input for loop. I'm just gonna call it like that. And I'm gonna give it a nice color so I can see it being jarring in place. There we go. Scalable, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I have L2, I have L1, and now I need write 1. No, shut up. There we go. I'm gonna need R1, I'm sorry, R2. R2 is, give me. R2 is button 7, so it's 5. The other is 5 and 7, cool. Five. And 5. And I need to change this to right input. It's right press. Woof. Right press. Right hold. And right. Oops, no, back. Get back. Right release. Word release. Alright. And now I'm gonna need R1, which is a 7. R1. Baby. R1 is a 7. Boom. Tuk. Boom. Tuk. Boom. If all of this works, okay. So if all of this works, okay. And yeah, we're good. So sure. I want to try this. It's working. That, right. All right. Player 1 input is here. Okay. I'm gonna need the options button for the pause menu, and I think we're good to go. It worked. It really worked. So I have the specials. I have the. I'm probably missing something right now that I'm not thinking about, but sure. Option start button. Pause button. I'm just gonna call it pause button, and then it's a button 9. Got it. Button 9. I need to make it a generic input, and it's not one of those just yet. So presses. Where are my presses? So this is the poll, and it's a navigation. It's a navigation press. Where the navigation? There we go. So where's this? Here. So these are the navigation inputs. Down. Okay. Cancel. And I'm gonna need an input navigation of oof. Input nav. Pause. I'm just gonna call it like that. I'm gonna need a player. Not really, but sure. if the layout is the battle layout. Layout main, credits, arena select, main settings, max, no. Layout. I'm gonna need this navigation layout. I gotta make it up. No. I need something else. As the match started, I need this. And if I do this, where's the pause? Pause. So if I press P, I do the pause toggle. Okay. Wait, I can pause without the match starting? Should I be able to do that? I don't think I should. No. Pause toggle needs the... Okay, cool. Then I'm good. Then I don't need this. I need to be able to do pause toggle. And that's it. Function pause toggle. What happens if I do this? And I'm gonna need... Where is it? Where are the keys? Gameplay. Where are the keys? All the way up. Cool. I need the Java for P, which is 80. Cool. And I'm gonna need... Yeah, I'm gonna call it pause too, because whatever. Alt. And I need the escape button. 27. Did I get it right? Yeah, 27. Key, nav, mute, which is, as we speak, M, which is 77. There we go. I'm gonna use it for something else. And the P2 inputs, generic nav inputs, and it's gonna be these three. So if I have these, I can do this. Where are you? Here. Generic nav input. And when I do this, no, it's pressed. I just need pressed. There you go. So key nav pause. Functions pause toggle. And the alt. There we go. Just so we have secondary of this. And then I need the mute. Key nav mute. Do I have a big button? Let's just toggle silent. I'm gonna do it on audio as a redundant function. This will be like add function audio toggle mute. It's gonna be toggle. No, audio toggle. Damn it. Silent. Toggle silent. There we go. Give me a minute. Ish. Audio toggle mute. All right. So it should work like this. I am on key. Give me a minute. I am on key. I'm pressing P. Oh no. Keyboard. On P pressed. I don't need this. I already have the generic. Phi. And on keyboard M. I don't need this. By. I'm gonna kill it. And that's it. When I do mute, I'm gonna do audio, toggle mute. There we go. This should do a lot. Hopefully. This is something that I didn't expect. I don't think I want this. So where's pause toggle? You need to be like, this is a hack, but I'm gonna use it anyway. Compare to values. Layout name has to be, no, has to be an arena. So layout name is, if the name has arena, no, sorry, if layout name has arena in it, it's greater than -1. -1 means it's not there. I'm just gonna go here. Let's go. I want to listen to the mute is working. Now I want to try the pause menu, and I cannot. Okay. P and escape work as the pause button. M works as a mute. So pause button is gonna do toggle. Where are you, baby? No. Functions toggle pause. I saw that. There we go. Get out of my way. There we go. We got something weird happened there. We all saw that, right? Should have hit. Anyway. All right. So it is working. Gamepad input is mapped. It's working. And battle screen needs a bit. Rematch can do it probably because it's resetting all values. Yes, that is something I need to do. So. I'm using the reset as a cop out. The gamepad input is there. So what is it? Gamepad mapping. Done. I might need to revisit. I don't care. Versus screen. Honestly, I'm about borderline deprecating it. I'm just very tempted to do that. I'm just gonna leave it there. It's gonna add wait times that are not needed, if I'm being honest. Gracias, Miguel. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. Buenas. Los colgué en YouTube. They're on YouTube. Te paso el link. So it's YouTube. Robot Makes Games. Esto es los videos. Acá ves que estos están todos los videos de. No está el de ayer y no está el de hoy, obviamente, porque estás pasando en vivo. Pero ya, están ahí. Gracias por pasarte. Que la pases bello. Ahora sigo. And I switch back to English. So I'm probably gonna just keep rolling this a little bit more before I cut for the day and I follow up. And I'm gonna do, what was it? And battle screen needs that fix. Rematch is not doing it properly. So it's an end match. No, it's match end, sorry. Match and menu. This is something that I did off camera and it's not doing what's intended to do. I am resetting everything at first, which shouldn't be the case. Yeah, reset global variables to default is something that should only happen if you are coming from somewhere else. Navigation, I'm gonna need, if I go to main, if I go to main, I gotta reset. If I go to CSS, I don't need to reset. But do I? Has to be a way when I leave an event, like leaving a layout should trigger something, and that would be fantastic. But so the way it's gonna work, it's probably gonna work properly, is, give me a minute. The way it's gonna work properly is, I'm gonna change this. Wait, I'm gonna change the stock number. Stock. I'm gonna start with 1. I'm sorry. It's just, I'm gonna make it quick and dirty. It's gonna be versus player. There we go. Bob that punk. So it appears to be working properly for a rematch. If I go home, I know what's, I'm having trouble with the song, the music. It's not cutting the way it should. Yeah. See, I'm running both tracks right now. I'm running all tracks right now. The wing track is still playing. I don't know why. And it's gonna play again. Okay, this appears to be a working solution. I'm still getting the beat though, and that beat should be dead. See, the logic behind playing music, it's not many music. What is it? This is not being used, and this is not being used. We're using the generic here. Music current. Oh. Is it because I reset the whole thing? I believe it was because of that. Huh. Yeah, I believe it's because of that. Where else do I have the go to main on pause? Yeah, I can do that. I'm gonna do that. So right now it's the function, which is navigation functions. There we go. If you're gonna go to main, I'm gonna need you to play stop. I mean, stop music current. And when you go to character select, you need to go like this. And this should also... Yeah, sure, whatever. It's like on the set value, music current is leaves, it's empty. So let's go. It's a bit too loud. I'm going to level this eventually. Oh no, up. Whoop, that should have hit. I'm having close calls that should have hit. That's for, oof. That's for fix week. Okay. There we go. Why am I playing actually? Because I do have the quick death button. Why it's not stopping? Oh, because it resets. It's a win. Never mind. What is it? Like, where am I using the audio? It's the reset of the global variables is messing with me a bit. Battle music. No, I don't need the stop. I need the, where is it? Audio. Give me something. There we go. Play music. Fine. It's the battle music. Win music. Audio. Stop. Let's see if it works. That works. Let's see if I go to the character select. Yes. Why is it not playing? Oh, there are no OKs here. Is that? Where are the SFX OKs? Where's audio? Did I change this? Are we not doing this anymore? Why is it not playing then? Okay. That should make a sound. Does it not make a sound because it's moving? Is this changing too fast? Okay. I'm gonna write it off as a bug. But it's not working on anything, is it? Oh, it's here. One coming from end the match or pause. Let's go with that. Okay. Rematch can do it properly. Fixed. Baby, get out. Fixed. I am charge and jump is kind of doing it. It's not finished yet. And battle screen is working. So arena select needs improvement. My god, that screen is bad. Let's start with a few things. So this is the one that's doing a lot of the heavy lifting. All right. Arena 2 is gonna need to do this and 50. This. Sorry, this. Can I multiple pick? No. Okay. So it's black and white. So this is needed for the effect, and it's not applied. This is needed for the effect. I'm gonna need the black and white. Hey, come on. There we go. And it's off at first. Sub HD, I don't need it. Backdrop, I do need it. And I need effects. Black and white. But off. Alright. And the whole ass layout needs unbound scrolling. Yeah. Unbound scrolling. And the way I see it is I'm gonna need this to be like super thick. I'm gonna need to do a wall texture now that I see it. Let's write it down. Tweak wall texture for the side of the arenas. Right now it's flat. It could be better. And I'm making it thick so when the camera pans, it doesn't show, doesn't look bad. And the same thing for Arena 2 and Arena 3. There we go. These arenas need a lot of work in terms of layout. This one not so much, but the conveyor belt one for sure. And this is initially invisible, right? Same thing here. You gotta go. There we go. Foreground gets the black and white effect. Black and white effect turned off. Gameplay gets the black and white effect. Black and white turned off. Now backdrop needs to have no parallaxing and a 50% scale rate. And you're gonna have the effect of black and white being off. There you go. All right. What this should do is, yeah, it feels smoother now. Does not have, yeah, I see what happened. So this is Arena 3. Arena 3 needs to be unbounded. There you go. So it can track you on zooms and stuff like that. So there we go again. All right, there we go. Oops, Jesus. There we go. That's what I wanted. See, that made the sound. Let's try the other one. What's with the conveyor? Yeah, the buttons are not good. It should be on gameplay. Should be on gameplay. What are you doing here? It's you're on gameplay. Cool. You're on gameplay. Okay, I guess. Super weird. I'm gonna need that conveyor arena switches asset. What? Just get out of my way. Just stop trying to add features to things that work great on their own. Oh, I actually did this. That's cool. Bye. Versus screen, arena select, improve, tweak, jump strength through screen. I'm gonna try doing this. Where's the stretch when jumping? I'm gonna lerp. Where are you? Gameplay. Squash. Jump. Charge squash. No, this is... The -10 will help me out to find it. Vector, sure, whatever. Yeah, no. Where's the squash and stretch on jumping? The new state, charge set animation. Here you go. I don't have that data. Huh. I can set the charge to 0 after this. If I'm actor, set value, jump charge to 0 and not before. Because if I do it before, which is what it's actually doing right now, I'm gonna have like a reset, and I don't want that. And okay, let's go again. -10 vector. Okay. Where did I got that? It's like okay. Jump charge 0. Where am I setting that? Jump charge 0. Oh, like way before. No, sorry. I'm gonna comment this because it feels like it's there for a reason. Local variable. I'm gonna copy this and comment the old one. What I'm trying to do is that the squash and stretch be not as exaggerated if you have a smaller jump. Right now it's like super squishy. It's always the same, even if you have like a half baked jump. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna multiply this by a lerp that is between what's the minimum value? No offset. The whole it's 0, 1. And I can multiply it, that makes sense. And the relationship is self Spire UID, yeah, it's fam actors jump charge over fam actors max charge frames. So what this does, it should scale depending on how strong your jump was. I don't know if it's gonna work. Let's try. Feels like it's not even doing anything, honestly. I'm gonna comment this and let the other one be there. It was exaggerated, right? Like classic one was quite exaggerated on purpose. Wait. It's more notorious on this type of guys. I'm gonna go 50. It's gonna be stupid. Oh, it's commented. It's nothing's gonna happen. It's gonna be stupid, and I'm fine with that. But I want to see it happen. Yeah. That was a good hit. Okay, so it feels better. Might be a bit too much on the vertical. I'm gonna keep it like this. I can tweak it later. But it now has the effect I was looking for, which is not scale that bad if you're not fully committed to the jump. Like, oof! Actually, it feels more bouncy. So that's on one end. All right, jump, stretch, shoot, scale based on how long you held the jump. Yep, cool. Huh. So, being almost 2.5 hours since I've been here, I'm probably gonna drop it here. Good progress, good stuff. Sounds like a plan. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it here for the day. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm not gonna stream. I got a lot of stuff to do in the afternoon, so I'm probably gonna be back on Thursday and keeping up with this, latest stuff that it's almost there. It's like the game is almost done. So I'm just finishing the clerical work, if you will, that is still needed. Like we have gamepad input now, but what we need is I'm gonna go for the settings. I honestly don't know if I need the versus screen. I'm just gonna deprecate it. Like if I'm being honest, I'm gonna deprecate it. Can bring it back in if it needed, but I mean I can do it. I know I can do it. It's very easy to do, but the thing is, it just adds more steps. And I don't think it's needed. Flow wise, right? Like breaks the flow, is what I'm saying. So the only thing like actually missing in the to-do list, it's the settings. So the other ones are partially done. Overlay, not a screen on its own. I mean, it's an overlay. It's doing. Let's just give us a little. And the end battle screen is doing good. So that's it. Implement music. Implement arena. Select. Oh, this bad boy needs help. So yeah, things are looking good. I need to on H. Things are looking pretty cool, actually. I guess that's it. So I'll see you on Thursday. 84% of the code is done. Production overview. It's looking fine. I'm gonna round this. Come on. Round. There we go. That's cooler. Production's done. Like, yeah. Week 5 is next week, but I already know what I'm gonna do. So, yeah. Good things. Cool. All right. Menu backgrounds is done. In-game HUD. Yeah, it's done. Navigation UI. Like the idea is done. It's just I might need to add a little bit more, but that's it. Honestly, no. This I'm gonna need the backgrounds here, so it's not done. It's not done. Data range H. Where are you, baby? H. So things are looking good. Things are looking really good. We still have like a week and a half to go. Anyway, thanks for joining. I'm gonna chill for a bit and then pick up where I left off and keep doing some menu stuff and other tweaks, and that's it. Thank you for joining. Have a good one. Bye.